Hello students, welcome to the accountancy class. Chapter number 6, name, accounting procedures, rules of debit and credit. Now in this class we are going to learn the most important topic of accounting. This rule is the base, the root of accounting. How to prepare the accounts and how to maintain the accounts. So my dear students, please pay attention on the words spoken by me and the video, and always remember these types of rules. Now we start. First we classify the accounts, the classification of accounts. On the basis of the classification of accounts, we debit them and we credit them. Which account should be debited and which account should be credited and when is being taught now. My dear students, when we classify the accounts, these are classified on the two bases. First, traditional approach, and second, modern approach. In this video today, we are going to discuss only traditional approach. In the next class, next video, we will discuss on modern approach. Now, traditional approach. According to traditional approach, the accounts can be classified into two parts. They say that some accounts are personal and some are impersonal. In traditional classification, the personal accounts and the impersonal accounts. Personal account, when we are talking about a person, the account which is related to a person is called personal account. Person like Ram, Mohan, Shyam, Ghanshyam, Mukesh, or the name of the company XYZ Limited, PVR Limited, CVZ Private Limited, etc. These are called personal account. Now, these personal accounts are categorized in three parts: natural person account, artificial person account, representative personal accounts. When we are talking about natural personal accounts are Ram, Mohan, Shyam. These are natural person. So Ram's account, Mohan's account, Mukesh's account, Ghanshyam's account. These accounts are opened for the natural person. And the apostrophe is used. When we are opening Mohan account, we don't say Mohan account, Mohan's account. Apostrophe is used. Artificial person. Who are artificial person? Natural person take birth naturally. But artificial person, these are those organizations whose registration is compulsory and given the separate legal entity from its owners, like joint stock companies, private company, public company, cooperative societies. These are called artificial person. These persons are created by laws, and the end of these organizations, you can say, are by laws only. The creation and the end of the organization, these types of organization, is by law only. So, for example, Reliance Company, Airtel, Idea, these are the artificial persons. These companies having, or you can say all the companies are having the separate legal existence from its members. So their separate account is opened, not in the name of the promoters. Next, representative account. Represent means showing on behalf of something, opening an account on behalf of something. For example, represent. Mukesh has started the business. Mukesh is the owner. So, Mukesh account is not opened here. Owner's account is not opened here. Instead of opening Mukesh, we open capital account. Capital account is the representative account. In the same manner, when salary is due to Mukesh, Mukesh is our employee and we are to give the salary. So salary is the expense and we are going to give to Mukesh, but we are not having the cash. So it is the transaction salary due to Mukesh. So the liability for the Mukesh is known as outstanding salary. We don't show the liability in the name of Mukesh. We open outstanding salary account, not Mukesh account. In the same manner, if rent is due to landlord, landlord account is not open. Outstanding rent account is open. That rent is due but not yet paid to landlord. Don't open landlord account, open the outstanding rent account. Outstanding rent represents the landlord. In the same manner, outstanding salary represents the employees. These are called representative personal accounts. The accounts which represent to any person. Now, what is the rule of debit credit for this? This is the rule of debit and credit. Rule: debit the receiver and credit the giver. Means Ram is there in a person Ram. Ram is receiving, so Ram debit, Ram's account debit. Or there is another person Mukesh. Mukesh is giving something, so Mukesh should be credited. Now the next, impersonal account, which are not related to person, are called impersonal account. For example, the DL account. These are accounts generally related to assets like cash, machinery, building, furniture, etc. When we are talking about the rule of debit and credit for the real account, debit what comes in. For example, if furniture is coming, furniture account debit. Machine is coming, machine account debit. Cash is coming, cash account debit. And credit what goes out. For example, cash is going, credit the cash account. Or furniture is going, credit the furniture account. So if machine is going, credit the machine account. So what comes in debit, what comes out credit. Next, nominal account. These accounts are related to the expenses, losses, those accounts which are opened for the payments like expenses, expenditures, incomes, revenues are called nominal account. The rule for these is debit all the expenses and losses and credit all the incomes and gains. Now I give you the example. If we pay salary, salary is our expense, expense debit, salary account debit, and cash is going here in the same transaction. So what is going? Should be credited. Journal entry, salary account debit to means cash is credited to cash account. My dear students, this was all about the rules of debit and credit on the basis of traditional approach. In next video, I will teach you the modern approach. Now I think I should you pause the video and note down. Now these rules can be represented in the different manner. Now see here, under the traditional approach, we can write the same rules in the following manner. First, in first column I am writing type of account, and next account to be debited, and in the third column account to be credited. First, we can write here personal accounts. Whether we are talking about natural person, artificial person, or representative, these accounts should be debited. Next, 2 and 3rd. Real accounts and then the nominal accounts. Account to be debited means receiver. What account should be credited? Giver. Real account, what comes in? And credit, what goes out? And nominal account, expenses and losses, and here revenues, incomes, and gains. Type of account, personal account. If there is in the transaction, the receiver should be debited and the giver should be credited. In the transaction, there are real accounts like land, building, machinery, furniture. What comes in should be debited and what goes out should be credited. If in the transaction there is nominal account, expenses and losses should be debited and the revenues, incomes and gains should be credited. My dear students, in the next video I will teach you the modern approach of rules of debit and credit. I hope that you have got the concept of the rule of debit and credit. Now give a thumbs up to like the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks. Have a nice day.